I'm Isaiah Brandt. I'm a sophomore studying agriculture engineering.
I'm Gary Nguyen. I'm a sophomore majoring in agricultural business.
I'm Micah Magtoto, junior in nutritional science, Spanish, and international agriculture.
I'm Ari Bacon. I'm a sophomore here in animal science, and together our group worked to identify a wicked problem in China. We worked very closely with Home Rafferty to learn about the Chinese leadership, the Chinese culture, and to help identify different adaptive challenges occurring in China.
We noticed that the hierarchical society of China was really related to the Chinese culture. And culture therefore formed their leadership styles. So in their leadership, we noticed that each group of people work best with people who they find themselves most similar with. And we found that the group is very focused on the group success rather than an individual success. When we started looking at how different levels of the hierarchical society interact with each other as far as leadership, we noticed that they value saving face and that indirect communication. They really focus on building relationships with each other before they start to talk about business or whatever that may be.
The adaptive challenge that our group decided to focus on is pollution, specifically the slash and burn method used by farmers to get rid of the excess biomass. Currently, Vermeer balers in China offer technical solutions to this problem, and these balers help farmers in collecting biomass in their corn and soybean fields so that they can sell it for extra income to local ethanol plants.
Some of the success stories that Mr. Rafferty told us is how one farmer has 60 balers and is even using it as a business. He does custom work for farmers across China. There is a lot of resistance that comes from other farmers. One story that specifically sticks out to me is when a lady with a pitchfork prevented balers from having a field day on her property.
The adaptive challenge is that farmers don't view mechanization as something necessary on their farms. They don't see slash and burn as a source of pollution. So with this adaptive challenge, we need an adaptive solution in the form of an extension and outreach program. This program would take into account the higher power distance as well as the more collective nature of Chinese society.
Connect the power distance to our outreach program. We think it's very important to have people that the farmers can relate to, so that way they're just not being told what to do, but they can have a conversation going back and forth, even arguing with the people about these balers, so they have their say, and ultimately it's up to them to decide.
Our adaptive solution is to implement an extension outreach program in China. This involves the coordination between all levels of government and really working with the rural farmers in their area. So already the national government is on board and helping people fund balers so that way it's being used. More people are leaning towards mechanization. However, we need to make sure our local government is really on board and understanding, so we need to make sure there's clear communication between all levels of the government. Getting the local government to help organize field days and have different demos is going to be really important because they know the farmers in the area, they know what they're looking for, what they want, and great places to have these demo days. But also it's a great way for us to incorporate Vermeer personnel there as well, because we can bring hands-on technicians to help educate the farmers on the proper ways to use the balers so that they're using them safely and correctly, and just how to run the balers, because a lot of people don't know because it's a new piece of technology. But these field and demo days will provide people with knowledge about the benefits of using a baler, how it helps and impacts the environment, and just how to properly go about using it and when to use it. So through Extension Outreach Services, we hope to improve the idea and concept of the balers and get more people on board with the program. And this will require extra funding from the government and just really coordination between all levels of the government and working with the local people and keeping them in mind.
It won't be easy, but with the right leadership and understanding of Chinese culture, it's possible to tackle this challenge.
Thank you, Vermeer!